Hello and welcome. I'm Saeed from StoryPlanet.net. Dive right into the essence of the most captivating books without reading them cover to cover. Whether you're on the go, at the gym, or just relaxing at home, we offer you a unique and enriching listening experience. Today, we are exploring the book, Adult Daughters of Narcissistic Mothers, a creation by Stephanie M. Kreisberg. In the book Adult Daughters of Narcissistic Mothers, 2022, you will discover the effects of growing up with a narcissistic parent. It provides guidance on how you can free yourself from your mother's toxic influence as an adult. The toolkit offered in the book assists you in navigating the challenging emotions that often accompany being raised by a narcissist, such as self-doubt, shame, and anxiety. By using these tools, you can begin to live life on your own terms. Before we delve into these revelations, it's interesting to note that Stephanie M. Kreisberg is an experienced and licensed clinical psychologist with more than 25 years of practice. Her expertise lies in assisting adults who have narcissistic parents to achieve greater happiness in their lives, as well as in providing treatment for authors who suffer from anxiety. With 4 key ideas to unveil, brace yourself for a deep dive into this captivating book. On StoryPlanet.net. To start, this text is emphasizing the idea of breaking free from a toxic relationship with one's mother. It is urging the reader to consider their own needs and prioritize their own well-being. This text discusses how being raised by a narcissistic parent can lead to feelings of inadequacy and impact one's emotional well-being as an adult. It suggests that techniques can be learned to overcome these difficulties and begin the healing process. Key idea number 1. The text suggests that if your mum is a narcissist, it is not your fault. There are reasons behind their behavior that do not involve you. If your mum is a narcissist, it's important to realize that her hurtful behavior is not your fault. Narcissism is a personality disorder that is not caused by children. Understanding what narcissism is and why it arises can help you come to terms with this fact. Narcissists have pathological insecurity, which drives their cruel behavior. They have a lack of self-awareness and empathy. It's crucial to accept that you can't change your mum's behavior, but you can learn skills to manage your relationship with her. Key idea number 2. Anxiety is characterized by constant worry and inner thoughts. It is a condition that involves excessive and persistent fear or unease. The text discusses the experience of individuals with narcissistic parents and the negative voice in their head that constantly criticizes and doubts them. This voice, known as repetitive negative thinking, RNT, is associated with anxiety, depression, and other negative effects. The text suggests that children of narcissistic parents often internalize this critical voice and view it as their own, which can lead to self-doubt and worry. However, the text also offers a solution. Personifying the voice and giving it a name can help separate it from one's own identity and diminish its power. By doing so, individuals can create distance from their worries and regain control over their own thoughts and voice. Key idea number 3. Shame is the belief that you are fundamentally flawed. The text discusses the feeling of shame and how it can stem from traumatic events, particularly for individuals raised by narcissists. It explains that shame can linger and be triggered by certain situations. The text provides an example of a journalist named Allison who feels like a fraud after winning an award and overhearing someone question her qualifications. It suggests recognizing and acknowledging shame when it arises, identifying personal values that can help combat feelings of worthlessness, and shifting perspective to understand that the source of shame is external and not a reflection of one's true self. Key idea number 4. The concept of powerlessness refers to the feeling of being vulnerable and lacking control, particularly in relation to the inner child within oneself. It suggests that there is a part of us that can feel helpless and incapable of influencing our circumstances. This powerlessness can stem from childhood experiences and can impact our adult lives if not addressed. It is important to acknowledge and work through these feelings to regain a sense of personal power and agency. Children with narcissistic parents often feel powerless and have their wishes and voices disregarded. This can lead to difficulties in setting boundaries as adults. Setting boundaries is an important skill that can be learned and practiced. Starting small and focusing on one area of life where empowerment is desired can help develop this skill. Over time, uncomfortable feelings associated with asserting boundaries can be managed, resulting in a life that meets personal needs and values. In conclusion, recognizing that your mother's narcissism is not your responsibility is a crucial step towards freeing yourself from its impact. By focusing on your own voice and boosting your confidence, you can navigate a journey where her behavior has less influence. Ultimately, it's important to understand that you are not fundamentally flawed and that you possess intrinsic worth as a child of a narcissistic mother. Thank you for listening to this summary. If you enjoyed this exploration, we invite you to discover other fascinating books on storyplanet.net. Don't wait any longer. A multitude of books, stories, and knowledge await you there. See you soon on storyplanet.net.